Welcome G. Let's start. Now I am going to discuss about the bar ox is the keyword or the concept generally used in Java. This bar are concepts generally we are using, but there are some situation, some places where it help us to avoid writing lots of binary code, unnecessary code you can say. So let us understand what is the bar arcs. If talk about uh, what is bar arcs, or you can say agar if you ask question, is one method can be accept zero argument or one argument or two argument or three argument or even the multiple parameters. That means is it possible in Java you can write one method then can accept zero argument, one argument, two argument, three argument or any number of. Generally yes. The answer is bar. So let us look some example. If we are not using bar arcs, then how will do? Yes, without this we can also do, because maybe you can use array or you can use the overloading concept. Means the same method you were writing for a zero argument, one argument, two argument, three argument, four argument, any number of argument. So let us look the example. So might be let's say we have a one method like void. Let's print messages. Okay, and I want let's string msg one and whatever message we have, and here pass string c message one. Okay, and surely I know the print message and pass message on argument. So is there no problem? So now if we have one message, we can surely pass this print message method, it will print. So now I have a message 2 as well as to print. So let us we have a message 2 as well as I want to print second message. So is it possible you can pass the message 2 also here? But these methods are not designed to accept two methods, two argument, a two value. So what the best option? Let us go and override them and write the message 2 as well as message 2. Now it works because now we have overloaded this message with the two value, and now we can pass the two value and two messages are displayed. Okay, message two messages are displayed. So might be case let us later part I decide I want to pass one more message like a message a2 like message 3, then is it possible you can pass message 3? But surely there is no any such method available which can accept three parameter. So again we are going to override again, pass the message 3 and print message 3 and just read out. So I am trying to say here the same as method, but accepting input parameters sometime 1, sometime 2, sometime 3, but I don't know. So how many number of, let's say someone going to the message 4. Message 4. message 4, message 4. Now we have no such method. Then we have to again go and override for the message 4. Message 4. So this is the one simplest way. Generally, whenever we are a fresher developer, or generally whenever they are writing any methods, that's are expecting the multiple input parameter. Generally, we have override, override, override multiple times. So, but I don't know ki how many number of message customer want to pass, want to print. So in this case, how do? So instead of doing overloading, another options we have, you can just create like a, instead of one, you can say messages, print messages using let's key array. So instead of this, we say you pass the message of array, and here say for a string whatever the message colon, now your messages now in this way. So instead of invoking this, now I want to using array. So here you can say using array, but here how you can pass array? So first things you have to declare one array, that means string your strings equal to new strings. Here let's say I want to 4 messages, and here say strings 0 equal to message 1, message 2, message 3, message 4, 1, 2, 3. So instead of passing multiple argument, you can just pass only one strings. So in this way, just demarcation. So you notice that instead of passing multiple argument, the same thing we can achieve using the array. But here, what we are doing, the same message you can display here. But here, who are going to use this method? The responsibility of method consumer is constructing the array and then passing message. So this is the overloaded burden we are going to set consumer. Always you pass array. Is it possible? And now it is a good thing here. Even now you can, now we have not a message 5. You can do message 5 because you have array. So here you can say let we have message 5. Message 5. Here just you want to go and add more messages like message 5 and pass your fourth position, and you can. So this is the one benefit at least here, that we can just increase the 5 size length. Now we can add any number of, but now here in the method size you do not need to do any kind of changing. Only the change required on the client side, the method consumer side, which are going to create the array of the specific length and putting the value and then passing. So is there an alternative way? Yes, that is the alternative way. Instead of you are setting burden to this creating array on the client side, you can say using the bar args. So instead of here creating array, you simply say I am going to using the like bar args. So here bar args nothing, just you dot 3 dot. Now here the uh, syntax. You have just dot the three dot instead of this array symbol. There is no any change in the customer side here. Even there is no need to write here kind of any same like a method whatever this have. Similarly, customer now invoke this method using your bar args method. So here there is no any burden to the customer to going to create an array and pass the value. Any number of messages they want to pass and get. And even they want to pass 5, even they want to pass 5. Message 5. There is no any additional burden you have to do. Even this message you can pass for even the one argument. Or even you can pass the two argument. So depend upon the here the benefit now don't need to change on the implementation side of method. There is no any change required on the client side. Client whatever the message they want, they can just pass any message, number of message they want to new messages. So this is the you can say additional benefit. Now using this bar concepts, you do not need to write a multiple overloaded method. Even you do not need to write kind of array concept because the when internally this is look like array. There, if you notice, look like this is an array. They are same thing is an array. But now this is the benefit on the who going to invoke this method. These methods are not going to responsible to the create array and pass the value. This creating array assigning value is not required in the bar. Bar argument just pass what number of argument you want. So this is the your bar arg. So what is the bar args? Variable arguments. Variable argument question look like array. Simply it's alternative of array. But only benefit here you, while the method writing definition you place three dot and this is considered as your array. But who the going to call this method? Calling method just pass argument 1, argument 2, argument 3, argument 4, whatever the argument, they don't need to create a new array. So there are two guidelines if we are using this variable argument parameter concepts. First, each method can only one have a var args parameter. So if you are writing any method can have only one. You cannot say like two var args in the same way. First thing. And second thing, this bar argument parameter must be the last parameter. So let us here, if I am going to say here, let's pass the integer x value. So now here compiler is not allowed. If your method is a bar argument, then you cannot pass. Right? So let's see here like a static void sum, and some say integer. This is the like a var arg, whatever the number you have. Okay. Now they support. Here you can say just for each integer t. Here say integer sum equal to 0 and say sum equal to sum plus whatever the t. Okay. Instead of you say return yes. Yes. Okay. So here, so in this case, that I s out, I pass sum. Here you can pass two number sum. It works. Okay, they are summing the one to even you can pass sum of 1 comma 2 comma 3. Okay, sum of 1 2 3, any number of argument. But in this case, let's say you are trying to pass the some new parameter like so here you cannot say like a string x, but if you can just return here the first, this should be the, here you can say string message, there is no any problem. So here first argument is the non-variable argument, the must you have to pass like here comma sum. Now the first argument is a non-variable argument you have to pass must be, right? And after that you can any number of argument you can pass like a 4. You get the summation of whatever the message here you want to print, whatever the message you want to here print, those number you can print, right? Even you can the message like a sum, add, subtract, whatever pass according to the logic you have right. So these are the two rules you have to follow in the case of variable argument parameter. First, this variable argument parameter must be your last parameter, okay? And this should be only one. Even you cannot say here I want to like a float dot 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 f. Even these are also NATO. So in one method signature where argument must be at least in the last, because this is the last. If you write more than 2, that means this is on middle way. So problem is that so you cannot write more than one bar argument, a variable argument parameter in the any methods. So this please be, and whenever you pass that must be your last parameter like here, not like a middle, not like a first. If there is no any parameter, then it could be first or it could be last. But if your methods are expecting more than one or two input parameter, so only one can be bar variable argument bar args, and other can be whatever the message you want. Hope it's clear. But sometime this variable argument concepts help us to unnecessary overloading method 2 3 4. Now here I have written method sum for 1 digit, 2 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit, any number of digit you can pass and you are getting the sum, right? In this way. So these two rules, you can say two conditions we have to be remember. Now we are getting the number of 1 to 5 10. So one rule, each method can only one have a bar args parameter, and the bar args parameter must be your last parameter. Means ki last in this is only one, and maybe first, middle, any other parameter can be. So this is you can say about this bar argument. This help us unnecessary overloading method 1, method 2, method 3, method 4, and instead of that you can say just whatever the data types you have like int, and just mention 3 dot and your variable name, you are getting the variable argument. Internally nothing look like an array, but what are the benefit of about the bars? The client code, consumer code are not required to manually create array, initialize value, and then invoke your method. These things are taken care by your bar args parameter syntax. So hope this information helpful for you. From this note, I would like to say thank you for watching this video.